So now the first thing is about the research methodology. In this one, there are the four types of the research. Already you know about the research: descriptive, applied, quantitative, and conceptual. So these things in today's lecture we will discuss. So now the first thing is about the decision making. I think did we discuss this chapter in the class?
No, sir.
Okay, for the first time we are going to discuss this class, this chapter here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this one, the decision making, that is, you know about, is a process of resolving a problem of choosing amongst the best alternative opportunities. For example, different opportunities are there, like your career counseling. So different careers are there. Like you can become a doctor, you can become an engineer, you can become the other, you can choose any other profession. So the good thing is that now there is a issue that is a which type of the field you should choose for you. So here your decision is required. So now best different alternate opportunities are there, and out of all these ones you have to choose one. So when you are going to choose one, definitely you have to keep certain things in your mind. So choosing a career, itself it is a decision. For example, when you are going to conduct a research survey, then there are different lines. So either you can conduct the survey with the help of the questionnaire, you can also conduct the survey with the help of the observation. Now, which one to choose? Either observation or the questionnaire. Which one is appropriate? So here we have to make the decision which to choose. In this one, what problem or opportunities are available? So we have to discuss about this one. Uh, Now, see these what problems are there and how much information available, and then what information is required. So these three questions are there, which are very important to answer. So when you reply the answer of all these questions, then definitely you are going to clear your situation. And then here I think we discussed about the complete certainty and the absolute ambiguity. So if you are in the complete uncertainty, then the things are very much clear. So the decision is very much clear. But when you are in absolute ambiguity, ambiguity means when you do not know what to do, when you do not know which that is a type of the career you should choose, then this is that situation. So here are there. Now this is the value of the research. So higher the ambiguity, higher the value of the research. Lower the ambiguity, lower the value of the research. Now this arrow is pointed towards the ambiguity. So here it means that if there is a higher uncertainty, when you are not sure, then definitely there is a need of the research in order to make a decision. For example, another one that if you want to introduce your product in the sucker market, but you are not sure that either your decision would be successful or not successful. So now, when you do not know about the sucker market, it means you are in a completely absolute ambiguity. Now, in order to remove this ambiguity, what you require, then you can collect the information, and you also look for the different information sources which are available there. So these things are through this thing you can reach on this conclusion. Are you able to hear me? Is there any problem with you guys?
No, sir, we can hear you. There is no problem.
No,
Okay.
sir. There is no
Okay.
problem.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, the first situation is normally certainty. If this situation prevail existing, then I think there is no need to conduct a research because already everything is known to you. So that's why there is no need to conduct any research because if you are certain about certain thing. For example, if you want to introduce a product in the market, if you are certain that okay everything is favorable for you, then no need to conduct the research and directly you can go towards the introduction to introduce your product in the said market. And then Another thing, okay, uncertainty. It is another situation where you are not sure either to introduce the product or not. So now the general nature of the business problem is clear, but information about alternative course of action is incomplete as the events which may occur. So now you know about the general problem which you are facing. But actually the problem is that you do not know which type of the alternatives are available. For example, your problem is about the introduction or introducing your product in the market. But the problem is there, it is your general, that is the problem. And then another thing is about the you do not know the alternative course of the action, how to introduce that product, or there may be certain other alternative which you can also adopt. So it is the uncertain condition where you do not know what to do. And the third thing is in this one, okay, ambiguity. Now it is another situation where you are facing one ambiguity where you do not know about anything. Nature of the problem to be solved is unclear. You do not know what is your problem, and then the objectives are vague. Like that, you do not know about the objectives, and the alternatives are difficult to find. Like we discussed about the SMART objectives. You remember in the class. So the specific, reliable, measurable, attainable, and timely. So now, if your objectives are not somewhat objective, then definitely these are the vague objective when you are not sure. And alternatives are very difficult to define. For example, if you want to introduce a product in the sucker market, the alternative is that the same product you can also introduce into the Larkana, the same product you can also introduce into the Hyderabad, but the other these alternatives are not much clear. So now if it is a situation where you are completely in ambiguity, you are not sure what to do. So these three situations are there. So now in the certainty, again, I'm repeating, in the certainty when you are sure everything is clear, there is no any problem. In the uncertainty when you are somewhat clear and somewhat unclear. And in ambiguity, you are completely unclear what to do. So these are three normal situations which we are facing while making the decision in our daily life. Okay, now the thing is, what is decision? Decision is basically to choose from the alternatives which are available to you. Okay, in this one, the how to decide what to do, which alternative to choose. So there is a big issue in this condition. So the exploratory research can help you a lot. This research can help you a lot when you are uncertain, completely uncertain. Either you are in the condition of the ambiguity or you are in the uncertain. In both situations, you can use this exploratory research. Now, the exploratory research can be undertaken with the aim of clarifying ambiguous problem. As already discussed about ambiguity, uncertainty, when you do not have enough information and where objectives are unclear, vague of objectives, in that situation, you can apply this type of the research. Another condition is that the general problem you only know, but sufficiently understood or not understood. So generally it is clear, but you do not have the much information. In this situation also, the exploratory research is applicable. The third thing is about the purpose is to get information, not to uncover a specific course of action. So here, the problem is that you want to you get the information about any problem, but you do not want to explore the problem. You do not want to uncover the what is inside the problem. Like nowadays, the corona issue is there. So now, do you think that online you can sell out your products in the market, and you think that people are ready to buy your products? Probably the price of your product may be much more higher, and it would be very difficult to deliver your product in the doorstep of the people, and because the hygienic, because of the SOP, if you will not follow the SOP, the people may not buy your product. So these are the certain issues, and if you may conduct one research study to find out that which product you can sell through the online, or and which type of the SOPs you should follow. Like examples here, the child care support program for employees. Nowadays, especially for the female employees, they are facing much problem about their child care because when they go to do their job from the 9 to 5 or 4 p.m. during these hours, there must be someone who should take care of her children. So now it's a one type of the business opportunity on which we can start the business, but we are not sure that means how many females they are working in the particular market. Particular market, maybe the sucker market. Okay, how many let me say female they are employed and how many they are married. So now only we will focus those who are married female. Okay, and then how many they are, and either how many children they have, what are their ages, and their income. Because again, income is very important because either they will afford or pay for your services or not. So these are certain factors are there which you have to cover up when you are going to conduct the exploratory research. This is the example. Okay, and then okay, I think everything is okay with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Iram?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, another is about the is that one is the case study. This is another type of the thing, the case study. And in this way, we can also work on the case study. And here, the case studies is there. Do you know about the case study? Many different type of the cases have been discussed in your class by your respective teachers. So the case, particular situation, particular problem which you are going to discuss, it is called the case study. So through the case study, you can also know literature search. You can read out the past literature, like in the research paper. Normally, there is a one big chapter that's about the review of literature. That is in the past, what was done by the other researchers. So you are going to read out that literature in order to know about the problem which is prevailing or there is a problem is decision making, which decision to make. So this literature review or searching for literature may help you. For example, during the corona issue, now online basis is successful or not. So on this topic especially, you can read out the news, some newspaper. You can also go through the magazines. You can also watch out the television. You can also listen the radio. Different news are there. Different articles are there. So this is called literature research on the particular. Pilot study is like another tool to you, which is available to you. That is on certain basis. Then you can conduct one study and you can get your results, and then you can generalize about the results. Pilot study in means that here you are going to test the market on the small scale. You are going to conduct. For example, from the few people you are conducting their interviews. For example, what do you think about the online business? You can make a call to certain your customer, certain your friends, certain your relatives, and ask from them. Okay, do you think people are ready to buy the product online? In the circle, do you think that people have sufficient tools like the mobile phone, computer, internet, and above all, the purchasing power? Do you think all people are these type of things? They possess all these things. If they possess, then definitely they will be able to buy your product. Okay, the pilot basis, and you can ask these questions from the few people, and then you can decide, okay, the people in the circle, either they are ready or not. Okay, and another important thing is that the experience interviews. Then you can find out those people who are buying the product online. They have the experience to buy the online products. Like they have, several times they have bought from the Daraz, several times they have bought their product from the Amazon, from the different online companies. Because online business is somewhat successful in Pakistan and somewhat it is not. Okay. So sometimes it is successful and sometimes it is not successful. Okay, so now you can ask from the experience of the people who are regularly buying through the online services. If they are happy from the online buying, then definitely they can give you a good experience. For example, online you can ask the different questions about their online experience, like the price of the product, the quality of the product, and the quantity of the product, color, and the delivery time. So these are the different factors are there about which you can ask the question from the your friends who are regularly buying online. And another thing is that you can find out the certain other people like the in-depth interviews. So the in-depth interviews are detailed interviews where you may have the 2 or 3 pages on which you are writing certain questions, and from few people you can conduct their interview. You know, there are 3 types of the interviews. One is the semi-interview, and another is like in the first interview, for example, everything is written on the page. And the questions which are written over there, only those questions you can ask. And another type of the question is there where somewhat you are independent to ask the question. Rather, few questions have been written, and the few questions you can ask from those questions. And the third type is that's about that you are independent. There is no any guideline. There is no any the question have written on the paper, but whatever comes in your mind, you can ask. For example, you are watching the interviews on the news channels, and probably you might have seen that the another person they have some papers in his or her head, and she's reading the question from that one. So this is the one, and sometimes they have no any type of these papers in their hand, but suddenly, whatever the question is coming in their mind, they are asking. And another type of the and is about the focus group. In the focus group, what's happening that you can invite few people, and you can focus on them, and you can conduct their interview about the online basis. So either the online basis is successful here or it is not a successful here. So these are different alternatives are there, which you can choose anyone. You can choose anyone from there. Like you can choose this one. You can choose this. You can choose two out of all these one. You can choose like this one and this one and this one. You can also choose like this one and only this one. It is up to you. And another thing is that you can also choose all these one. It depends on your money and the time, because several times it has been discussed in the classroom that there is no free lunch. When there is no free lunch, definitely for everything you have to pay. So now you can choose one, you can choose all one, you can choose 2 or 3, depending on the time which you have and depending on the money which you possess, which you can spend on all these activities. And then you can do anything. And then another thing, okay, here another thing is that that's the type of the research. Type of the research, the manager of the manager of multinational corporation is curious to know if the work ethics of the values of the employees working in Sakhar and would be different from those of the American. Now it is a quite different type of the thing, but again, it is a type of the study, because multinational corporation, it is any corporation to which we call is a multinational corporation if it is working in the more than 2 countries. So now, for example, the different type of the IBM company, international business machine like this one, are the Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and all these are the companies, these are multinational corporations. They have the one office in the Pakistan, another office in the USA, another office in different countries. This is called as multinational. So now, it may have a one office, they want to compare the work ethics. Work ethics, the people who are working in the sector with those who are working in the Amal. So this is the one type of the study is there. So this study, the city is very is a small city, like the sector is a small city, and no information about the ethics of varying with work. So if now being a small city, definitely it's very difficult to collect the data about the ethics of the workers and their values. Okay, the work ethic values means to be different to people in the different culture. Again, the different cultures are there. America has its own culture, we have our own culture, and our culture is highly dominated and highly affected by our religion. Because in our every matter, we put our religion, the injections of the religion we follow in our every decision. So now we have the impact of it. They and the America, most of the people, they do not follow any religion. So that's why they are somewhat independent from their religion. So now the best study is to about the situation is now here in this one situation, nothing is clear. Everything is ambiguous. So you do not know what to do. So in this situation, it is better to go for the exploratory research. And exploratory research you can conduct like the case study through the interview and through a focus group. Through all these are the certain methods through which you can conduct the exploratory research. Okay. Then another type is the descriptive research. I think all you people are hearing me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We are
If you have any question,
No, sir.
No,
yes.
sir.
Imtiaz, Dhanibaj, any
No,
issue?
sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
That's
No,
good.
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. That's good. If everything is clear. Okay. Another is about the descriptive research. Now you know about the description. If I ask from you, so okay, what is description? Can you tell me about the description about this word? Anyone?
Sir, which is described in details.
What?
Sir, which is described in the details.
Okay. Okay, if you that means you can use any language, no problem. It's Hindi, Urdu, it's not a problem. I need your comment. Yes.
His previous knowledge of problems.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes,
सर
Danish.
जिसमें जैसे प्रॉब्लम जो नंबर्स में और फिगर्स में बताई गई हो.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think Danish is also with me and Sadaf is also with me. Mustafa, why they are silent? Hello.
सर सर
Yes.
इसमें हम पॉपुलेशन के करेक्टर वगैरह को डिस्कस करते हैं.
Yes. Okay. So description of anything, because that's right. You are right. The sentence is written before your eyes. Just read it, or just read it and tell me the same thing in your own words. Then you are right. Is that defining the characteristics of a population or of a phenomena? Any issue is there? Like nowadays the phenomena major problem is about the uh, corona. So the impact of corona on business activities. So now it's a one situation. So now in this situation, if you're going to describe this situation, that means it is a description. Okay, now the previous knowledge of the problem and then higher degree of the precision and accuracy is required. If the two things are there, when you are going to define the characteristics of any population, define the characteristics of any single person or the group, like your group, that is the description of your class. Okay, the previous knowledge of the problem is I should know about your data about all your people, and then there is the need a highest degree of precision, there is accuracy, the data, the description that should be highly accurate, and then you can know about this thing. So in this month, for example, who are the main consumer of organic food or who are main consumer of online food. So now, and then how many students read the prescribed course literature, and then what are the most like the holiday makers traveling to everyday overseas go. In the particular, for example, in during the hot summer, thousands of the people they are going from to the hilly areas to the northern areas from the upper Sindh or the lower Sindh. They are going over there to enjoy their vacations over there. This is another one. And when do the petrol station tend to raise their prices again? So it is another situation that, for example, if you want to know about any situation, then whatever your characteristic is, you can correct the information, and but the information should be high degree precision. That should be much more accurate. And then okay, and then another thing is about the type of the research. A bank, for example, example is here that the bank manager wants to have a profile of individual who have loan payment outstanding for the 6 months and more. For example, it's a very common issue that especially it happens in the SMEs, small banks. This issue is there. For example, Kushali Bank and those banks which are providing microfinance to the people. Because most of the time, when they are offering the microfinance, people are borrowing the money, but it is very difficult for them to take the money. So now, in the microfinance banks, the dropout rate of the customer is very high. So now, before lending any loan to any to the group of the people or a one person, this profile would include the detail of their average age. The first thing is here. That's about the which you consider is the profile. There one is the average age. What is their age? Their earning, their nature of occupation. Either they are engaged in the agriculture, either they are running their own small shop, either they are running a poultry shop, or whatever they are doing. Either they are engaged in a full-time basis or part-time basis, employment status, and certain others. So now these are the certain factors are there when you are going to collect the information about the people that where the amount is outstanding. Outstanding means that the since last 6 months or more than the 6 months, the people have not paid their dues. So now, who are those people who are unable to pay their dues? For example, in age. In the age, normally, if you think, okay, people who are above the 50 years, normally the people who are above 50, they are unable to pay their dues, their loan within the due time. This is the one information which you have collected. Another, the whose earning are lower, and these also people, they are unable to pay their loans to the bank within the time. And another is about the nature of the occupation. For example, those people who are depending on agriculture, sometimes agriculture yield is very good, plenty, sometimes it is very short, and sometimes there is no any yield from the agriculture field. Now, definitely, if there is no agriculture yield, so now the people would be unable to pay their dues. And then full-time or part-time. So now these are certain factors are which you consider. And after collecting the information, above information might help to decide the right way to on the type of data. Okay, for example, those now on this information, you can decide, okay, those whose age is above 50, now in the future, the loan will not be lended to those customers whose age is more than 50 years. Now, this is the whatever the policy you can make after this research. Okay, in the future, this policy will be implemented, will be applicable, and whose age will be is more than 50, those people will not be given any debt loan or earnings. For example, those whose earning is less than 40,000 per month, these people will also not be provided any loan, and whose nature of the occupation is volatile. Sometimes they are earning, sometimes they are not earning. So these people, no loan will be given in the future. And those who are full time, to those the loan may be given, and those who are part time employment, to these people the loan. Now, on this basis, you can make or the bank manager of a microfinance or any uh, any microfinance bank, he can make certain policies on the basis of these points. And then another thing uh, is okay. Another is about the casual research. Now, it's casual research means the cause and effect. You know about the cause and effect, right? The cause is corona. Its effect is deteriorating our economy. So, because of the corona, it's a cause. Now, effects are what? That the shops are closed, people are unable to run their business definitely. So, there is no any business activity in the market because of the corona. Now, it is a combination of the cause and effect. This one is basically undertaken with the aim of identifying cause and effect relationship among the variables. Here we are going to find out the relationship between the cause and effect. Now, you have to find out the relationship between the cause and effect. Which one is relationship is there? Now, are normally preceded by the exploratory or descriptive service stream, and then the often difficult to determine because of the influence of other factors. So now the problem is that often difficult to determine because of there are several factors are here. So okay, sometimes it's very difficult. The cause is effect is this, the result is this. Like the closure of the shops, closure of the business in the sector market. If you think its cause is a corona outbreak, or the certain other reasons causes are there. Sometimes we know about the effect, but we do not know, we are not sure about its cause. Cause may be several. Cause is about people are not buying your product. It's a result. Now its causes may be several. People have no purchasing power. First one. People are unwilling to buy your product. The availability of the product is not in the locality, in the sector. So these may be animal cause may be there. But the effect may be only one, that there is a decrease in your sale from time to time. The reason may be several. Okay, now the further here example. Higher ice cream consumption causes more people to drone, indicator of the causal relationship. Now, high consumption of the ice cream causes more people to drone. The people they are sleeping, the people they cannot work because when they are consuming the high ice cream. This is the one type of the causal relationship. Now, for example, the people they drove, they come down, they do not work. Now, you have to, this is the effect, and then you think the cause is the higher consumption of ice cream. And in this one, you can get out the research and probably you would be reach on another reason, that means that on another cause, probably you may say at the end of your research that okay, higher ice cream is not a cause, but cause is something other. That because not because of the high consumption of ice cream, the people they are wrong. This is not a problem. This is not a cause. The cause may be another one. So this is another type of the causal research. Okay. I think the time is over because I'm using the Zoom on this one. I think the not more than the 40 minutes you can continue of one class. So I have to end the lecture today here, and inshallah on the Monday again we will meet at 11 a.m. and then we will have a 40-minute session on the Monday. Is it right?
Inshallah, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So please,
Okay, sir.
if you have any questions, then you can on the Zoom you can send me the in the chat you can leave a one message, or you can also leave a one message on the WhatsApp. And in my free time, I will try my best to answer your that question here, either on the Zoom or on the WhatsApp. Or sometimes if
Okay,
you
sir.
find time, if you look at
Sir.
it, if the question is very tricky and if my reply is not going to clear you, then in a rare case you can also call me. Okay, Dee?
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
स्लाइड
Thank
शेयर
you.
कर
Thank
दीजिएगा,
you.
हम फिर
Okay,
रिवाइज
please.
कर देंगे.
Sir,
Okay, please
sir,
note the time on Monday 11 a.m. Yes,
सर
and
स्लाइड्स भी शेयर कर दें.
yes. I'm putting the same slide on your WhatsApp group.
सर
Okay,
अगर
sir.
कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो आपसे जो है पर्सनल नंबर व्हाट्सएप पे करें या यहाँ ग्रुप में.
Okay, as you wish.
थैंक यू सर.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye, sir. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.